All right, welcome back, and here we go. It's going to be Sprout GG versus PERA here in the ESL Challenger League at Season 46, trying to decide on who is going to be able to go, stick around in this league and who is going to have to face off with relegation.
Oh, it's a tough spot to be in. Very, very tough to try and maneuver your way through. It's going to be Sprout starting off here on the CT side on Ancient. Of course, PERA's map pick gives them the advantage of the site pick. A little bit of tap, tap, tap through the smoke there. It doesn't quite connect onto anything, but information is gathered.
Yeah, Color, the first one to go down. The player we don't really know much about, it's going to be MSN picking up a kill. Look at going in for even more. Torsen, this player who did end up dying in that situation, though. Coming in towards Temple here, able to hit that headshot. Not quite the kill he was looking for, but it's going to be enough damage. Potentially, Aaron now going to be behind Triple, peeking around the corner. Might lose his life, but no, they run into his gun. They're going for the kills, and knife doesn't quite happen. I was hyped, I was excited for that, but not going to quite be the extra money in the bank that he was looking for. That was almost a team ace, by the way.
Oh, so close. And it started off looking alright for Sprout there. Felt like maybe they'd be able to make it happen, but a nice little overrun from PERA. Gain control of the site, push the CTs off. Wham bam. There you have it. And now Sprout, of course, this is the new, I say new, like the new approach, right? You don't force up on round 2 after losing the first round because the CT side economy is so punishing and because of MR12. Now, sometimes teams will do that. If they're feeling incredibly confident, they might still force in, but not Sprout. They want to go for that round 3 full buy.
Yeah, no, it would have been a pretty dire decision, if I'm honest. Much better off trying to affect their economy once you've got like just a save going. And I mean, like that, they managed to take out 2 players. That is amazing for just having USPs. And I love those kind of stacks. They're always just quite funny to see. Just imagine the thought process from PERA. They swing around the corner and wait, hang on. Yeah.
Ah, it's the cheerleader pyramid. It's just waiting for you as you come around the corner. Cheerleader pyramid of death. Cheerleader pyramids are deadly though. Like, I'm glad that that's not a thing outside of, like, the States. Anyway, Sprout here with their full buy. Let's see if they can make some magic happen here. It would be fantastic for them to be able to turn this around in their favor. PERA already with a strong start.
Getting those 2 kills is actually really crucial. MSN coming in, they're going to be on very low cash at the moment, so it's going to cost them a lot. So this could give the leverage to Sprout that they need to be able to try and capture themselves back into this game early on, rather than having to take it through multiple rounds and losing multiple. Aaron is going to get tagged down heavily. This means pushing into a site is going to be even harder. In Jaguar, you can see 2 players stacked up. See it. Spooky. Oh, Aaron, you're about to get shot. Oh. I saw some wonderful matches from PERA last week on this map. Not going to happen this time around. You'll see they're just stacking up, trying to prod and poke over towards B, and that has actually caused a bit of a rotation up in towards mid, near Red Room. There's smoke gone down. We're going to be seeing Cedar and Spook just switch on over, take a little bit of a rotation, and get a bit more information in towards this position. Now they're going to be facing off against Cameron, who is the damage, and well, he's dropped. He's able to find that kill. Advantage on their side, but he can hear more footsteps, and they're going to walk into his crosshair, but even with the headshot, they can't follow through with the kill, and now it's going to be a split in towards A, 1 through Donut, 3 in towards CT, but it's going to be Rouse with the A1, looking to find multiple kills here in a difficult situation, but he's got backup coming in through A main, ready to counter these players. They decide to push one through, and that's exactly what they're doing for it. Gets dropped, Trey comes in from Aaron. The bomb has to be planted now. Time is ticking. There's going to be a couple of players coming through. They deny it, and the last 1v1 can't happen. Oh, the timing is so unfortunate.
Oh, man. The decision of where to plant the bomb. Like, as there's that little push out of smoke and the trade comes through, they pick up the bomb, they start planting, and I'm like, no, not there. You're in plain view of Donut. You're going to get absolutely wrecked, but they don't know. They don't have caster vision. They don't have a ton of time to make that decision. So they start planting, and it gets denied instantly. And it was a really good read from Sprout overall, right? Like, you can see there's a bit of a heavy presence towards B. They start rotating over. They do lose their first player very early on, but they're able to stabilize quite well off the back of that information.
Yeah, a lot of damage was done. They may not have got kills, but they took 2 players down super low. So when it came to going for the retake, they were able to get kills very easily, even if those kills were pretty much instantaneously traded off. They got the job done, and look at this, just the instant aggression over towards A. They're going to be being head on to Torso, and then he wins the initial fight, peeking out further, goes in for the spray, but unfortunately can't quite hit those shots. So it was good for one to get out color, but the trade does come through. And then getting that kill is important now. Retake comes through, but there's going to be a backstab from one of the players, but they don't quite see it. Slim's able to take down Camion in the process. Aaron, he's going to have to speed up. That Molly has made a decent amount of work. He can still hear players using utility towards CT. He's got his rifle peeking around. Emerson's able to find one. Aaron holding back at the moment. He wants to make sure he lines them up. He finds first kill. Switch on over. Kills both of them. And now Smook, last one left alive. And he comes in, but Aaron, he's having none of it.
Oh. Spicy round from Aaron. Really, really solid trigger discipline. I'm always amazed by, like, pro trigger discipline. I know it's one of those things where people go, oh, why are you getting hyped up? It's normal. But, like, for me, I'm so panicky when I play FPSs. So the moment I see someone, I just start spamming M1. And I get so impressed with, like, the patience, being able to wait, being confident enough that they're not going to turn around and look at you in that moment, that you are then able to push out a little bit, get a bit more information, and make it a double instead of just one in a possible trade. Very, very well played.
Yeah, it's a big, like, it's proven ability of being able to do the risk versus reward. Just a good risk assessment. Being able to get more information is always better. I think most of chat can probably heavily relate to you and I in regards to not having anywhere near as good fire control as these guys, or gun control. There we go. Rouse is able to find one, picking up a gun. Looking to try and make away with this, but he is trapped on either side. There's no way in hell he is surviving this. There's just no way.
NT, buddy. Would have been nice, but yeah, unfortunately not to be the case. Anti-eco there. A little bit of economic damage. You love to see that, but ultimately not going to be around that they wanted. PERA looking very, very good so far. And Sprout not really having the opportunity to build up any sort of economic buffer. So they're finding themselves in that constant cycle. Save, buy, save, buy, save, buy. If they lose here, it's going to be a save again. Or possibly like some upgraded pistols, something to that effect. They do have a little bit of loss streak going for them. But ultimately, they're not building up a buffer. They need to start getting rounds on board.
Yeah, oh, that flash is perfect, but Emerson, he stays alive. Spook backed off. Slims around this corner. Could easily catch him off guard as he crosses on over. He sprays two down. That's always good for, but his job is done. That's a perfect 2-for-1 situation. Aaron still going to be going in for the aggressive peek here. Rouse is going to be over there. Does deliver the nade. Back and forth it goes. Molly does actually lay down. Oh, Molly. Oh my god, Aaron no, he's caught as he crosses over. The bomb is now in no man's land. And it's PERA, last one left alive, but he's a fantastic player. Aggressive at nature. Mike Dawson around the corner around here. He makes himself known. Now Rouse goes in for the peek, loses his life. Oh my god, PERA, he goes in for the fake. But he dedicates himself to it far too long. He heard the steps, he knew the player was there, but he still held it down for an extra split second.
Oh, I mean, that would have been incredibly spicy if he'd actually managed to pull that one off. The dodging and the bobbing and weaving that was going on there was fantastic. And the fact that he's still able to get one down, and it very nearly does go his way. So well done to Sprout for being able to just lock that down. It started off a little chaotic, they gain that control, and then suddenly everything starts going awry, and you've got to rely on someone to hold it down, and that they do. And even with that round win, look at the cash. It's messy. They couldn't afford to lose as many players as they did.
No. Could definitely be able to convert that into a win, even at +1. But good round from Sprout, being able to bring it through. They did make a lot of mistakes themselves this time. They're going to be going into the double peeking towards mid. They do win that duel, but they're going to get traded off. But Gavian unable to hit the shots he needed to. How's that being trapped into Donut, but he's not trapped for long, as he does end up dying. As Aaron's able to pick up 2 kills, that is going to open up the A site. But there's a player between these two teams. He's been spotted. Why did he shoot? He could have just made his way over towards B without being seen. So the bomb is going to get planted for the CT spot there. This is going to be putting them in a fantastic position here, Sam.
And of course, like you said, right, position already known here. I feel like he just backs off at this point. Yeah, it's just a FAMAS, but it's better than what you probably would have had into the next round, and that is going to be the call. Oh, even better. Upgrade into an AK and slowly slip out the back door, as Fort Miner says. And that's another round on board here for PERA. I'll be honest, Tom. We came into this game and I was like, is this really going to be a good close match? Is it though? And you were a huge PERA believer, and you know what? I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to feel it. They've looked really, really good so far.
They know how to just lay down the pressure, which I don't think a lot of teams would expect from them. Oh, Aaron got caught off guard, but you know what? I don't think he cares. He did such a massive clutch in that round. He did great. But yeah, PERA know how to lay down the law, lay down the pressure. The only main concern I have for them is the fact that they've got color as a stand-in here. That's the potential wild card that if they can make it through with even him on their squad, I don't know if that says more about them or more about Sprout.
Yeah, it's definitely a bit of a concern here. And you were saying about that final kill coming through there. I mean, looking at the economy, keeping that gun would have been nice, even for PERA. I mean, Aaron down onto $0, Camion only on 100, and he's got absolutely no till. He's at least got full armor, so we take those every day of the week, but it's very limited, at least for him. Likely going to be a little bit of a tip of the spear type play here. He's had quite a good run so far. Aaron sitting on 9 and 3 is just absolutely nasty. And of course, Sprout going in here for the full-on force, knowing that PERA winning this round will put... It means that at the very least, they can only hope for a 6-6 half.
Yeah. I think this will go more in the way of PERA being able to get, I think, 7 rounds on the board here on this first half, which I know is obviously pretty big, but I think that's the minimum we'll be seeing from them. I just have that feeling of how they're playing and how Sprout are responding. But as you mentioned, economy isn't there for PERA, so this is definitely a make or break. This could be the hero round for Sprout. The start or something to bring it back. Now into Jaguar, we see PERA go. They're exploring, trying to bait in a reaction, get some extra information, but they're not given an inch, so they can't take a mile. Finally got a bit of a response there from the use of the smoke. You can actually see there, secondary smoke dropped from Slime as well, who is wallbanged a few seconds later. So the timing on that smoke being dropped was actually perfect. Means it's not wasted. They also now have the advantage. Now they laid down was their side, but oh, the trade has to come through. MSN does take down the smooths. So you know, through the side of the smokers go in for the spray, takes out MSN thinking he was the bomb planter, but he wasn't. It was a trick. He got debated now. Rouse. He's going to try to back him up here. It's going to be Sudra doing a fantastic initial job, but can't quite take down PERA in the process, who's now going to go for the rotation through Jaguar into Cave. 2-on-2 situation here, which is not great because the bomb is not in a position that they can easily rush to thanks to the flames, which now go out. So they peek on through, but they're not going and peeking in together, so they might end up dying. They eventually do, and the bomb gets defused.
Oh. Yeah, a bit of a stressful round there for Sprout, coming into this with far more limited utility, and I use that word as a blanket term, so not just actual ordinances, but everything. Far more limited than what PERA had, and still managing to make it work. And it comes down to that patient play, that experience from this roster. A little bit of fire here and there, a little bit of smoke here and there. Not going to bait them out, not going to, you know, force them to rotate unnecessarily. Sure, you get one player getting caught out and getting wallbanged. Not much you can do about that, unfortunately. But great recovery from them. Good rotation to get back into a decent position. And nice little last-minute Molotov, holding on to that for the last minute to make sure that you can deny some time or delay a little bit. Very, very well played.
I think PERA made a big mistake rotating away from ramp. I understand why he did it, but being able to have that sort of 2 split or 1-on-1 split would have been a lot more helpful in that end situation. But, you know, hindsight.
Yep.
Is everything. Well, if we're saying economy is now broken for PERA, they're going to have to wait at least end of this round to be able to have anything. If they can do some bad damage, that'd be great. There we go. The Glocks rule supreme. I think the P250 was the real gun doing the damage there. And was then heavily tagged. Camion has picked up a rifle. Slime peeking in. So you could easily get a lot of information here, but it's going to be Slime and Rouse looking to close this up as MSN P250 in hand, trying to hit the headshot. Doesn't quite work out. Good round, and that's going to be the 4th round on the board. Maybe, you know, that 6-6 lineup could be happening.
Oh, maybe even a, you know, 7-5. get a few more rounds in the back pocket. Sprout could actually take the lead in this one. Have to play it carefully, though. Of course, that was PERA's eco. So they come into this able to buy up once more. I like how back and forth these rounds have been. There've been very few purely clean rounds. It has been very scrappy in the late round. So neither one of these teams has been able to build up massive bank. We haven't seen a single AWP, right? It's been very difficult to build up a proper buffer for themselves, and either one of these teams can use that to their advantage at any moment. PERA losing this round would cripple them, and Sprout, similar.
Yeah, they just messed up the flash there, but now let's see how the response comes in from Sprout. They're going to be diving on in, going to be able to find the first initial kill. Towson doing a fantastic job. Raoul's going to be backing him in as well. Trades do come through. PERA working it through here. It's going to be a 2-on-3 situation. PERA going to be in a lot of trouble here. This crossfire is going to be coming through. Spooky has an opportunity to get a kill, but unfortunately traded off by MSN before he can get a kill. Oh, MSN spots out the player. He's staying alive, but he knows he's here, so he has to go for the peak, but he can't quite dedicate to it. Now swinging through, gets the kill. And they know there's another player towards CT, because that smoke didn't just come out of Narnia. C-Drop, he certainly is trying his best to do exactly that. Show who is more dominant here. Deagle in hand. Going for the taps. All it takes is that one bullet. He's going to get 2 bullets off here. Now going for the reload. Counting the time down. He has got diffuse. He's got plenty of time here to be able to win this out. And it's enough. He's tagged down, but Sam, he gets the job done. And although they lose all but one gun, big round on the board.
That was a tough position for MSN to be in. And he's playing Ring Around the Rosie there, and he's doing a pretty damn good job. But he goes for the wide swing. He goes for the YOLO play, hoping he can catch that player off guard. But with such low HP, no way he's winning out that duel. That's another round here for Sprout. PERA starting to look a little bit uncomfortable. It's taken a while for Sprout to get back into this, but they've read into PERA. It's like we said, right? A little bit more of a puggy team. A lot of aggression out of this team, particularly from Poria. And Sprout, yes, it took them a while, but they know how to counter this. They've probably seen this 100 times before.
Yeah, going to be a lot of trouble. MAC-10 reigns supreme over the MP9. So that's Jaguar player lost. They've got the advantage, but they also took out the weakest player so far in regards to kills. C-Drop is going to get faithful bullets if he's not careful. He chucks down a very deep smoke. Nate falls up, and he's going to go for the aggressive peek. He doesn't care. It's going to be MSN with the MAC-10, who should end up getting dropped. But in the meantime, over towards the A main. Smoke goes down. Trucks on over towards A. Covering Donut, and this is actually going to be a perfect distraction. Rouse may not expect the players to come in through Donut. There's a player right next to him. Camion is going to be jumping up above him, but they don't realize, they don't check it.
Oh no!
They have that. Oh, he tried knifing. He whiffed it. Oh, the cheekiness of it may well cost them the round, because there's still 2 players going big, but now Slime left in a difficult situation. It's going to be Color. Oh, he didn't want to risk it like Camion. They already had one potential fatality there.
Oh man, Sprout had so much going for them in that round. And the worst part is that Raul spots those 2 players. He's about to get the bomb planter, but doesn't realize that he's being snuck up on. And I mean, this was so well played. You get noisy footsteps through Donut and a quiet sneak up through main. And it goes completely unchecked. And even with the knife missing, he still loses that duel, which is a little bit of an unfortunate play there, but it is what it is. 6-5 here in Sprout. In a really tight spot to try and secure a 6-6. We may yet get that 7-5, but not in the way we may have expected.
Yeah, I might be right with my prediction, but honestly, after the last couple of rounds, I really wasn't too sure, because like you were saying, Sprout seemingly have read into, or had read into PERA's game style, but maybe that's not quite the way they were expecting. MSN's going to be in a bit of trouble. It's going to be Wilson and C-Drop pushing up here, or the AWP may well get boosted, and that's going to cause a lot of trouble for them as they come round. But it's going to be MSN getting the kill. The Deagle going to be able to find one of them, maybe even a second one. Good for 1, not the extra one. 2v2. This could go in a very dangerous situation here. Rouse could just play a sneaky position in towards mid, and if they drop down onto him, that'd be the end. Slime, meanwhile, only has a Deagle. Has got some utility, but having to go up against both of these players may well prove a little bit more difficult. PERA, the AK. Oh my god, okay, they know where one of the players is at, so they're going to be diving in for it. It's going to be Slime, finding the first one. Now the flash going to get dropped out as well. And Cameron, he's got the A-drop UP, hits the shot. He's now in a 1v1. The MP9 should win this. It's all going to be coming down to if he gets any sound cues. He's got a decent amount of utility, but he's not going to use anything right now. The push comes through. Cameron stays silent, but it's not enough. Why would you not switch to an AK? You know they're on a weaker buy. But either way, that's going to be a 6-6 lineup there. Rouse clutching it out in the nick of time, and PERA losing it, and it's going to be a 6-6. We'll see you in the second half. Don't go anywhere.
A 6-6 half here for Sprout versus PERA. Things were looking fantastic for PERA in the first few rounds, but Sprout made a very strong comeback towards the end of the half, and it ends up here on a very even kilter. Now PERA on their CT side, can they make some magic happen?
Yeah, I mean, they messed up the last round and the last half, to be honest. I think having the AWP in that clutch was a massive mistake that was easy to avoid. There were plenty of guns around. They knew that it was a low buy from PERA. Don't want to have an ult in that situation. Oh, Carla peeking around, getting the initial headshot. He was the first one to get the kill in the game initially, and he's doing it again. Camion with one to spook as well. The retake coming through. PERA going to be playing aggressive. Picks up the USP. It has 9 bullets in, but it doesn't matter because Rouse going to be hitting the headshots left, right, and center. Rouse. Slime. Hiding. Never mind, Rouse, he's hungry for more action. He decides not to clump up in one position. Unfortunately, he would have been better off if he'd done exactly that. They peek in. Slime doesn't quite realize initially that the player's here. MSN, he's going in for the hole. He doesn't care. Balls to the wall. Slime, he has to just push straight in towards this. Is he going to be able to get the kill in time? He misses initial shots. MSN regretting not buying a kit.
Yeah, I think that would have been very difficult for Slime to throw unless he just did not peek out at all. But the amount of time that he had available to him, knowing that the stick needed to come through, walks on out, gets that kill. And like you said, right, the danger of not buying a kit, it's such an important, integral part of, well, the CT kit. And they end up paying for not buying it, and they do it again! Okay, I mean, I know they have limited cash, but questionable.
That's fine, you know.
Is it?
Yeah, I mean, they had no money. The utilities are more helpful in this situation because they kind of just have to go for the kills here. That last round, I'm not sure who had the kit at the start, but it was, you know, it might have just not been obtainable for MSN. But with that kit, yeah, obviously would have been in a different stead. But get the bomb down as tees, that's pretty much a golden ticket for the second round, no matter what, though. Rouse going to be in a hole. Aaron's peeking around, but, you know, Mac-10 is going to be making mincy out of these players. Maybe even a third one if he's so lucky. He's hungry. He wants it. He is not going to get it. His teammate steals it over his shoulder. God, that's going to be frustrating.
That's rude.
Oh, MP9. This time reigns supreme. MSN getting that kill. And now he has to run for the hills because he's getting run down. He sprays, but misses the last couple of shots there, and Torsten's able to win that. So this is going to be putting PERA in a fairly big predicament.
Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it in the first half, how most teams are not forcing in the second because it is very, very risky. It can pay off magnificently for you if you get it right, but if you get it wrong, find yourselves back down onto pistols. A little bit of an upgrade coming through here, so at least there's a bit of firepower behind it, so they'll have some cash into the next round, but this could have been a full gun round for them, a full buy, and instead it looks like this one's just going to go the way of Sprout again.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of buying into the second round. I'm just not. It's so difficult.
Especially as a CT.
Yeah, sorry, yeah, to be specific, buying into the second round as a CT. I think on T, you can get away with it. At times. Well, to be honest, if you get the bomb down and you still lose, you buy. If you don't get the bomb down, then you don't buy. I think you just then go in for the Glocks. So now PERA are definitely on the back foot here, Sam. It's going to be a 9-6. It'll then leave 4 rounds, sorry, for Sprout to get. So just win out.
Forehead. Just win, forehead.
Oh. He's going to be in a bit of trouble. He does get dinked there, so he does have to run away, and he is allowed to stay alive. A Slime is going to be, you know, like Batman, death from above. Find a couple of headshots here. So, like we were saying, the 6-9 going to be coming through here, and no deaths on the side of Sprout.
Yeah, PERA try for the mid-aggression. Unfortunately, not much to back it up, and Sprout obviously expecting it. CJot mows through the first couple of players. And that's pretty much GG at that point. Sprout now 1 round away from double digits. PERA finally going to get themselves that first gun round. Opting into the AWP, handing that over to Color. Color has to come up so huge here. He is the stand-in, so our expectations are not going to be as high as the standard players on the roster. But unfortunately, it has been a little bit of an underperformance.
Amian starts off fairly nice, getting that initial kill. Color on the AWP. getting the kill to rounds as well. That is going to be a pretty good and tasty start. They have to claw this back now. They don't actually really have much room to work with. Color is going to be backing away from holding that angle, switching up at the moment. Slime with the initial molly. Aaron's going to be pushing the issue and loses his head. It's a headshot in the process, but it's not going to be enough. Slime is now going to be able to push into Jaguar, taking a little bit more damage, but nothing to write home about. Unfortunately for him, his shadow, if he pushes in there, will give him away. Color's still going to be holding this angle. Through it fails, and the flick, it lands. Fantastic. Slime they looked at each other and he dived back in for more. He knew he was low, but he also knew he had to get that kill, Sam, to make it work. And now if you're Torsten, you just kind of want to try and stay alive. They've got money in the bank, but every gun will help. So that is the same for PERA as well. I love that shaggy jump shot. That is firstly all like, you know what, I'll just take a quick run, jump, and shot, because there's a world in which the RNG gods look in his favor and he lands that shot.
Unfortunately, that world is not this one. And Color was looking a little shades of grey in the first half, but a nice little round from him. 2 kills, really helped out his team. We'll see if he can replicate that. Slime now has picked up an AWP of his own. And to be fair, like, you know, Spook's not having a great game either. So we're not going to dog too much on the newer player. Sometimes you have a bad day.
I mean, yeah, he's also a substitute.
Yeah.
He did just die in a really horrible way there.
Yeah.
And this is actually just going to open up the whole of A site. So there's going to have to be potentially just a retake situation for these guys. And that is not the one that they want to be sitting. It's not going to be comfortable on either. Unless PERA can dive straight in and headshot a player in towards mid, though Camion is going to get dropped. This is going to be just giving actually a whole Sprout a lot of freedom of movement. They do have to collect the bomb, but at the moment they can just play on time. And PERA are going to have to use a lot of their utility, meaning that going in for a retake is just going to be super hard.
Sprout's still playing this ridiculously slow, though. Like, A-site is almost free and clear. Not anymore, as PERA start to rotate their way in, but Bomb's just hard chilling.
Oh, he pulls out the utility, but he still finds one. Aaron able to get that trade off. With AWP, he's going to be on this angle. Molly goes out. It's going to be blocking him out from being able to go in for the kills. Oh, he spots out the player. Can't quite get the angle right, though. Flash dives on out. He goes over the peak, but way too early. Punished, as he rightfully should have been.
And MSN is playing hide and seek, which makes sense. Hold on to the gun. Like, don't push that unnecessarily. Make sure you've got a little bit of weaponry into the next round. Yeah, I mean, so I said I don't want to dog on it too much, but Color was in a very odd position at the start of the round there. And as you said, right, it opens up so much for Sprout in over towards this A site. We head into the next round. Hopefully we see some changes there. As Sprout now find themselves on double digits. Oh, man, and they're hunting MSN. Oh, buddy.
Yeah, he did show himself that. And, like, Color's position was, like, it was only odd in the way the fact that he wasn't getting backed up properly to be able to be there as an AWP. If he had a secondary player there with him in donut rather than mid, which is always, like, pretty much always smoked, fairly often anyway, then he might have been okay. But because it was there as a lone wolf, yeah, it was just easy for him to be bombarded.
And unfortunately, PERA not going to be able to keep that rifle from the previous round. So it's back down onto pistols. And you know, we start thinking about permutations here. And PERA more than likely going to lose this round. That puts Sprout on 11. Next round they can buy. If they lose that, they go into map point on a broken force. It won't be the worst in the world, but it certainly won't be good. So this round, got to do some damage here and look to the next and make it work.
Yeah, this has to be a hero round. Oh, this line off well, 50 damage done to PERA. Nade straight to the mid. 1D's attempt, you know, respectable. It doesn't quite come through. Emerson's in a good spot there with the 5-7, but he might be there alone in a moment because Color takes a lot of damage. With the wall bang onto Emerson. Oh my god, this is just not looking good. I mean, obviously you can't expect the world from just pistols, but Sprout, they've had enough of PERA's games and they've just been flushing out their positions and playing it slowly and carefully, methodically, which is fairly different to how PERA were playing their first round, which was just a very much chaotic hard rush, which is what they're good at.
Oh, PERA, I would have liked to have seen a little bit more of an aggressive pistol from them here. Try and take some of that early space. I mean, we saw them try it in mid. That didn't really work out, but maybe like a B main push. Either way, I think it doesn't go terribly well for them, but at least in a more aggressive stance, maybe you get a couple of kills. Maybe you save a gun for yourself. Now they find themselves definitely at an 11-7. It's PERA. Camion in Narnia. So far away from the action. Trying to go in for a backstab, but position very much clocked. He's going to get wiped out. I don't see a way back into this for PERA. Even if they win this round, I mean, it's such an uphill battle.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely there, but it's, like you said, an uphill battle that is going to be unrealistic in the way they've been playing. Cullen may well have got those first 2 kills in, like, what, 4 rounds, 3 rounds ago, but it's not really going to be enough going forward, and there's even a timeout from Sprout. They're just like, okay, cool. We're on the precipice of being able to win this. If they win this round, then that's pretty much it. Unless some crazy run happens from PERA, which I'm hard-pressed to see. And I think this is definitely going to be where we see a lot of the weakness comes through when you have a stand-in who isn't used to sort of playing with you as a squad, especially with this new one.
Yeah. I mean, we said, right, this team has only existed in this formation, in this iteration for like 9 days, plus the stand-in. So it's definitely tough. They've got a lot of, or they need a lot of time to get that footwork, to get that synergy going. And for now, unfortunately, look, they're putting up a decent fight, considering the fact that they're at a deficit here, but not sure it'll be enough.
Good initial kill from PERA, who pushes aggressive, doing what he does best, but the support system wasn't quite there. He falls, only good for 1. Puts the advantage back in the hands of Sprout now. It's going to be the AWP on... No, doesn't even matter. They're dead. Color finds 1, but him and MSN going to be last 2 left alive to try and pick up the pieces in a 2v3. Color pushing straight down mid. If he doesn't check his angles up towards his left, he's going to be in a whole load of trouble. Player in the red room at the moment, up towards his left. He has no idea. So he's just playing 4D chess here, getting all the kills. That is one hell of a round from Sprout. Well played by them. PERA dropping the pieces.
I mean, so one of the things that we were talking about before the game started is that PERA have a really interesting IGL style. They have a different IGL depending on which side they're playing. And we had kind of speculated that Poirier maybe takes the IGLing on the CT side so that he can be super aggressive on the T side. And I kind of see why he wouldn't be IGLing on the T side, but now on CT, like, they need some of that aggression. They need to take some of that space, and they're, oh man, Collar through the molly, like, just, it's falling apart, man.
Yeah, don't really see this going well, but, you know, there's always the potential. It's going to be a stack on over towards A. Got a little bit of a lurk to drop from behind. It's going to be getting a catch to play up guard as well. Aaron red like a book. Oh, that molly. That could actually separate these players off. But Spooks are going to do a fantastic job. Rattles through the smoke as well. Or the fire rather, getting the kills. Even with that molly burning these players down to below half HP. It's now going to be MSN with an MP9. This is not the situation you want to be in if you're PERA. Nade coming through as well. Gives him a decent amount of information. The peek comes through. The headshot onto the body shot. He's actually going to be able to find a kill. Maybe even 2. Slime with the AWP. Might catch him off guard. And that's exactly what happens. That's going to be a GG. Well played. Sprout.